Hello, my name is Destiny Nash, and this is my industrial interview. A quick background on the person that I interviewed. His name is Brian Williams. He attended both Savannah State and Georgia Southern University. At first, he was an engineer major, but then he changed over to business education. And then he went on to teach at a high school for a little bit, and then he realized that his heart was in coaching, and he wanted to be a coach. He wasn't happy being a teacher at the time, so he took the initiative and went and made his own team for the youth and started traveling. A quick little summary of my interview. It was really fun. It happened on March 26, 2000 via phone. We talked for about 30 to about 35 minutes to be approximated. He was very energetic. He answered my questions in a great detail. And personally, I'm glad I chose him because he made me comfortable. It wasn't no awkwardness. We laughed. It was natural. It wasn't just an interview. It had a connection. Like I know for now on that I can go to him as a reference in order to, if I need guidance or any help. Key points to me that stood out was when I specifically asked him, would he coach a pro team or a pro athlete if given the opportunity? Now, me personally, me looking for an answer from a coach, I would have expected him to say yes because of the pay raise, the more exposure, and great opportunities that come with coaching a pro team or athlete. But with his answer, it touched me because that's none of the reasons why he would have coached a pro team. He would have did it for the experience, but he would never have done it for the long term. He feels as though deep down his place is to coach the youth. It's not because he's not capable of coaching a pro athlete or a pro team. It's just because that's where he feels the most beneficial. He feels as though that's where he belongs. He wants to be able to mold a youthful team into being able to go to college or get a scholarship or even going pro if that's what they want to do. But you have to start off young, and that's his biggest mindset. Start off young to help them when they're older. And that's something that stuck with me. Another thing was when I asked him about poor sportsmanship and has he ever ran into it. He said as far as his team, he doesn't really run into poor sportsmanship because himself, he demonstrates good sportsmanship, good behaviors, and positivity. And when his athletes see that, they also carry over into also showing good positivity and stuff in that nature. As far as wins or losses at a track meet or hard workouts or easy workouts, they're always positive because that's all they see from their coach. And that's also something that was a key point to me throughout the interview. Important things I learned throughout this interview was when I asked him two questions that kind of aligned. One, I asked him, has he ever had a mentor? He told me no. Then I asked him, is there anything that he knows now that he wish he would have known when he was younger? And that was to get a mentor. Like throughout the interview, he definitely encouraged me to get a mentor multiple times, which kind of stuck with me because I was like, if he keeps saying it, that clearly means, that's really an important factor in your career. You can make it without a mentor, but it's always useful to have a mentor to help you have it a little bit easier just trying to get to where you want to be in life. He told me that he didn't have a mentor, so back then when he had questions, he really didn't have nobody to answer them how a mentor would answer them today. And he said like he had extra stress on him that he wish he would have never had, or he would have had it, but it would have been less stressful in general if he would just had somebody there with him. So that also stuck with me as far as having a mentor, and now I know to reach out to those who are already in my career path that can help me as far as getting to where I need to go. He definitely made that very, very important to get a mentor. As far as something that I would have done differently, I definitely enjoyed my person that I picked, so that was nothing to be changed, but we did do an interview over the phone. I would have requested an interview in person next time, or if I can change anything differently previously, because at first I was skeptical of interviewing him in person, not knowing him as a person. But now that I see that he's very interactive, wants to help the youth, that would have been more beneficial for me because we had a great connection over the phone, and that would have been great also to aspire in person with one another. That's our project, and I hope you guys enjoy.